All right, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of TNT Knows It All Sports. Your host Ty, and with my co-host over there.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
I
It's
know.
been a long time since we had we family, right? So it's been
Yeah.
a while. It's been a while. So we had some things to take care of, but we're excited to get one of our podcasts going. We have some exciting stuff today too. So I'll let Ty talk about a little bit
Yeah.
more, but I'm fired up. So I drank a coffee. So let's go.
You get that energy, and I needed to drink a coffee beforehand. It's been a
Right.
lot going on, but hey, we're glad we got the chance to speak with you guys for this week. All right, so we got a good episode this week. We'll, talk intro, talk about, some of our squads, give a recap. Again, we've been gone since we missed week 7, so we'll kind of give you a little recap on that. Then we got another section. We're going to talk about a couple teams, and we'll let you know when you'll know what we're talking about when we get there.
Right.
And then we're gonna do a preview of week 8, and then we'll end this week. We won't do our normal segment. We're gonna say that for next week. We want to make sure we got a lot to say on some other topics, so we want to get into it. All right, first things first. Let's do a recap of our squads. But actually, before we do that, let me share with you guys where we are in our picks. So
Oh,
you
okay.
know, we have week 6, and was the last time we did picks. We didn't do picks last week, and both of us actually did pretty decent with our picks. 8-5 for me, 9-4. With the spread, it wasn't above 500, but we're
Yeah.
above 500 for the season.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah. Fit that. Yeah. It's
it's
good,
not
man.
not doing too bad, not doing too bad. I can't complain. I will say this, real quick. I should have went with my gut on that Browns 49ers. I had a good feeling about it.
Right.
But it was a little chicken. I'm not gonna lie. A little
And
chicken.
Seattle. I mean, come
Yeah.
on, Seattle
Yeah.
against the Bengals.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the
Well,
heck they were doing. Like these coaches are BSing. Let's just put it that way. I'm getting sick of these coaches not making good decisions in
yeah.
the red zone and stuff like that. But anyway, so that's where we are with our picks. We'll continue to make some picks today when we get to the week 8 segment. So let's talk about our squads. Thomas, I'll let you go first. The Bills actually played on Thursday, so they got a nice win against Tampa.
Right.
But the week before, they got a not so nice loss to the Patriots. So, what are your thoughts on the Bills? How you feeling about them at this point?
I mean, they're okay. If you recall, so a lot of you're gonna hear a lot of me talking a lot about people calling people out. I'm in a lot of chat rooms, but
Yeah.
people's names will be getting called out. And if you want to put some comments in the section, that's fine. But you are going to get called out today.
Hmm.
So I called the Bills being 11-6 in the beginning, right?
You
I was at
did.
11-6, 12-9. I'm sorry, 12-4. No, not 12-9. 12-4, 11-6, right?
12-5,
Um,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
so I mean, I'm not confident. The only real loss, so that I was surprised is really, to be honest, is kind of the Jacksonville game. I thought they would be better, play better, right? I mean, we talked about it. The Patriots, they were due. I mean, I know that the Patriots 2-5 in Miami. You better watch out, right? They
Hmm.
just the Bills literally had the game won, and then their depleted defense looked like trash. That Giants game was just, I mean, they've already had 2 throwaway games already, and it's pretty
Yeah.
disappointing. So I'll give you a summary. They're not looking good. I have a lot of questions.
Hmm.
I like what I saw. Yeah, I like what I saw 2 days ago, right? So a Thursday night game where
Yeah.
Gabe actually played in a slot. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like finally Gabe played in a slot and he used Dalton Kincaid and Josh Allen was not thinking, right? So
Yeah.
it's just not. Again, it's not the players. It's the guy that I continue to harp over and over and over again. Sean McDermott. I just it's people are like, well, he could do so much. No, like good coaches get teams prepared, fired up. They look
Yeah.
lost every time. The last 4 weeks or 3 weeks. I'm sorry, because I'm not counting the Buccaneers game. But last 3 weeks, they just look like they were sleepwalking, not prepared. Like
Yeah.
how you have not have your team fired up, ready to go, and stuff like that. So very disappointed. It's
Hmm.
funny where you gotta love this, but people are like, oh, is Josh Allen not a lead anymore? Like, okay, well let's here's some stats. He leads NFL in touchdowns. Also has a 71% completion rate. Second best QBR in the
Mm.
NFL. Literally has probably the worst receiving core when he comes to top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL, right?
Yep.
Besides Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, right? They almost have the identical stats if you look at it. And he has actually 4 rushing touchdowns. So I mean, are there misses of passes? Cool,
Yep.
but people need to watch the all 22. I watched the all 20. I saw some all 22.
Hmm.
People weren't getting open except for the Buccaneers game. Literally, no one's getting open except for Stephon Diggs, and everyone said what the Patriots did. We're going to triple Stephon Diggs because no
Yeah.
one else in the team can get open.
Yep.
And so you guys get mad at Josh Allen throwing picks. Now he's like, well, I'm not going to force the ball because Gabe's not open. And we already know you saw that with the Washington game. He threw a ball up to Gabe, and my man is 6'2", can't jump for the damn ball. So he holds on to the ball, right? So I really like what they did. I'm just real disappointed on the lackluster effort when it comes to
Definitely.
actually getting prepped for the game. You got to be
Yeah.
more fired up than sleeping through, right?
Yeah.
There's so many things I could talk through, but I'm kind of exhausted talking to everybody about the Bills. Let's see. To me, the biggest game would be against Denver. People saying, what about the Bengals? No. I think they'll get up for the Bengals, but when they play another sorry ass team, which Bills are going to get? Right. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
That's a good take because I do think they seem to play up to the talent, and I think they will be focused. I think it's coming at the right time, a mini bye. Also, they're catching the Bengals playing after San Francisco, which is never really a good thing. Teams that play after
right.
San Francisco don't usually do too great. Um, but yeah, I don't like what I'm seeing from
Yeah.
McDermott and the play calling again. Even though they won, I'm like, why are you not running the ball when you're getting 6 yards, 5 yards of carry? It's not like James Cook is not playing well. I mean, he had
Right.
11 carries for what, 70 yards or something like that. Give him the
Right.
ball. Like what,
Right.
11 carries when you're up by 14 points in the second half? Like it's just it's insane.
what
And
about
look,
the what about the shotgun, real quick? I'm sorry, shotgun on 31 and at
yeah,
the goal line.
makes
Well,
no
go ahead. I'm sorry,
sense.
the goal line 30. But go
But
ahead. Yeah.
but I was gonna say, Latavius Murray, hey, I'm glad he's in the league. Good for him. What are we doing putting him in there? That dude is like 6'2" and he stands up and he's trying to get these short yards. You need low pads. Like this is
Yeah.
football. And I
Right.
like him, but he can't get down. And he used to be like that. He can't do that anymore. I mean,
Right.
he's
Right.
old. His knees, it ain't working. So,
Yeah. The oldest
like,
quarter running back in the league. So
yeah. So, like, just makes sense. You
right.
got you got James Cook, first down 4 yards, second down 5 yards, third and one, take him out, put a Latavius Murray in there and he gets shut down. What are we doing? What are you? Anyways, not smart.
Mm-hmm.
So just hopefully the Bills, I think they'll be okay, but
No,
I don't see, and like I thought before the year, I thought the Bills would be good, but I don't.
man, barely making the playoffs, bro. They're. I
Yeah,
mean,
they'll get in, but
they're
it
a
will.
wild card. I think they'll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
Well,
see. We'll see
well,
though,
yeah.
because
They
I
might
mean
win
everybody
division.
got a tough, like Dolphins. They got a tough schedule still too. I mean
Yeah.
they still got some tough games to go.
Yeah.
So okay, so on to my team real quick. Luckily we had a bye. We needed it.
Mm-hmm.
We before the bye, we played the Chargers. So we got murdered, of course, everyone knows, against San Francisco. Wah wah wah. And then we played the Chargers. Both of us thought they would beat them. They did. But they're still stupid, okay? 13 penalties, just not, running the right plays. Thank goodness Brandon Cooks was a Brandon Cooks sighting. He's at least alive, but he clearly, to me, is very clear that he's not the person that they thought he would be. He's just not that good. He's old and he's just not panning out.
Yeah.
Um, but I will say, I was very happy to see the defense get back. Like I said before, I'm not worried about Dallas in the regular season. I don't care about most of these games in the regular season. They're gonna make the playoffs. It's about the 3 games this year. Talk about. We already got murdered on one of them, so
Mm-hmm.
that is disappointing. We get the Rams this week. I think we'll be okay. It's going to be a closer game than people think. We'll talk about that later. But next week, the Eagles. So I hope this week they've been freaking focused. Stop all the damn talking, Micah Parsons. I love you as a football player, but you need to be
Oh.
producing better because honestly, I mean, I'm gonna
Hmm.
call him out. He's not playing that great this year. He played
Yeah.
great the first few games. The last two games, I'm like, yo, is Micah even on the field? They're just playing
Right.
him one on one, and he can't get, he's not getting any pressure as much as he used to. So focus on the damn field. But yeah, at least I'm happy that they are still relevant. We'll see you this week. All right, so that's it for the squads. So whoa, fraud alert! Whoa, 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 there's alarm! Oh shoot!
Oh yeah.
Oh, hold on, my bad, man. Sun just hit me. Oh, so man, hey, we got a fraud alert. Fraud alert for we're talking about recap. So man, I'll go first. The frauds. Unfortunately, missed me. So we had 2 weeks ago. Game of the week was the Lions versus the Bucks. Man, they destroyed the Buccaneers, 20-6, destroyed. Oh, next thing you hear all week, Lions, are they the best team in the NFL? I was like, whoa, the Detroit
Point line.
Lions? Because they beat the Buccaneers? Like, I'm confused here. Like, they beat the Buccaneers, the Panthers? Like, why, when you beat the Panthers, are you all of a sudden the best team in the league? Like, does anyone watch football in the media? So, do I think the Lions are a bad team? No, but I you weren't on last week, but I would have definitely picked it because how much I would have picked it, I bet money on it. I was like, oh, put all by 3-point favorite for the Ravens at home against the Lions, lock of the century,
Hmm.
and they got mollywopped up and down the field. It was embarrassing. And are the Lions as bad as that? Like the Cowboys are as bad? No, but the Lions are where they are, so for a reason. Okay, the Lions are a good team, but they're not a great team. Don't ever, ever, ever media people talk about the Lions being the best team in the league. I don't care if the Lions win the rest of their games because they might because they have the easiest schedule ever. When we get some playoff time, they got to see us, and we're not in that great. We'll see how great they look against a good defense. Got to see the Eagles, the Niners. Shoot, they can't even beat the Seahawks. There's a
Right.
reason why that to have any team that can play football, and they haven't played the Vikings yet. Two times they got to
Hmm.
play them. So anyway, fraud. Not a bad
Yeah.
team, but don't put them in that category. We talk about tiers, right? There's
Yeah.
levels,
Yeah.
you
There's
know.
levels to this
Yeah, there's
shit.
levels to this shit. Yeah, let's just put it
Right.
like that. We can say that, right? There's levels, and they
Right.
not on that level yet.
Right.
So that's my fraud. What's your fraud, man?
Oh, talking about best teams. That they were. This is. I mean, I literally. You know what's funny, Ty? I get
Mm-hmm.
up every morning. I drink coffee. I feed my son first, make
Mm-hmm.
the most important
Mm-hmm.
person in the household. Then I
Yeah.
get my coffee, and then I turn on this channel called ESPN. I don't know what the hell happened to ESPN the last 2 years,
I don't
and
know.
I watch these guys, especially in Get Up. Chris Canty's terrible.
Oh, the
Scott,
worst.
Bartholomew Scott is just absolutely horrendous. Dan Orlowski is he's just a nice guy. Dan Orlowski is that
Yeah.
guy that like if you feel bad, he'll motivate you. Like
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like cause you like he's like a Tim Robbins, like let me
Yeah.
motivate you. And like, yeah, he's good and all that. And
Right.
I was seeing it about this fraud team, this fake goal watch called the Miami Dolphins. You are frauds, okay? Absolutely frauds. Here's a fraud stat. The teams you beat combined record is 5-28. Here's another, right? So I'm a 5-18. All right. So 5-28 from last year. So they
Mm,
haven't beat a winning team in what, over a year? Here's
mhm.
another alert. Mike McDaniel, you're awesome. I like you. You're cool. You got this kind of like hippie, I smoke weed kind of voice. You're 4-8 against playoff teams in 2002. You're 2-7 on the road against those playoff teams. You're
Mm.
9-3 on against teams that don't make the playoffs. So you're really good, right? You're not that good. You're frauds. Talk about MVP too. I'm gonna get to him for a second. Best team can stop him. And then you get mollywopped against the Bills, right? So you're like, oh,
Mhm.
okay. Should have honestly the against the Patriots, that was
Yep.
a BS call at the end
It
with Cole
was.
Strain. But I do want to use analogies. You know me, I love analogies. So I'm gonna use two of them about this fraud team in Miami in South Beach. You know what and I know you used to have one of those cars, so no insult to you. Miami is like the Acura TL in the hood, right? You're like,
Hmm.
oh shit, like somebody got an Acura, it's a nice car.
Yeah.
Everyone got a hoopty, you know what I'm saying? So you
Hmm.
looking shiny, you looking nice, you know what I mean? You're looking cool. And
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, you know what? I gotta go out to like, let's say, well, we're from Rochester, but you gotta go to the burbs. You're like,
Mm.
oh shoot, I look in the burbs and I'm in a Target out in the burbs and I'm looking at it around. I'm seeing Mercedes, I'm seeing
Mm-mm.
Teslas, I'm seeing
Mhm.
the Acura ain't looking too good, right? When you're really going against them. That's what Miami is. They're like, they look good when they're against Hoopties and Corollas and Camrys, but when they go against, when they're looking against the Teslas, against the Mercedes, Audis,
The Maybach music.
everything.
Maybach
They're
music.
like, what the hell is that? You looking like they thinking you're Uber Eats in the suburbs. Okay, that's what you are looking like that. Also, let me compare another comparison to Miami. You know, you guys remind me of, and it's my team, the 2017 and 2018 Houston Rockets.
Mm.
The fraud team, and Ty, I'm a big Rocks fan. I
Mm.
knew we're not good. We shoot 9,000 threes. We can't play defense.
Mm.
Harden likes to play against trash teams. The stats a little skewed. Given to he does well. And two reminds me Eric Gordon, right? Like Eric Gordon. He played a great that year. He does well, but he gets hurt all the time, inconsistent. Mike
Mhm.
D'Antoni, his system got figured out. Looked great in the regular season. Barely got into the conference championship game. And you know what? He didn't adjust. He shot 28 3-pointers and didn't
Mhm.
make one. Didn't want to win the game, right? That's what it reminded me of. Now I'm going to go
Mm.
on to I'm in many chat rooms, right? You know Jeff, right? Jeff's one
Yeah.
of my boys.
What up,
Okay.
Jeff? What up, Jeff?
Yeah. What's up, Jeff? And sometimes I think Jeff is a troll. I don't. Sometimes he don't make sense to me. You don't. Sometimes you don't make sense. I got another friend in there, but Jeff's like, "Oh, Allen's not elite. He's terrible." These guys get ready. They get their fingers ready when Josh Allen throws a pick. They're like, "Oh my God, he's not elite. He's terrible." Real quiet when he does well. Real quiet. Let me
Yeah.
tell you something about your team. Tua talking about, "Oh, I'd rather take Tua over Josh Allen." Are you drunk? Have you been drinking? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You're just now you're just a troll. Like, stop. No one in a right mind would ever take Tua over Josh. Can you imagine Josh Allen on that team? My God, what's going on?
Oh
Here
my
it is.
gosh.
Tua
They
has
would
six
score
interceptions.
50 points a game if they was.
Right. Tua has six interceptions. He's talking about Josh Allen turns over the ball all the time. Well, Tua has six interceptions. They have interception every game except for 2 games. Right. So while Josh Allen has 8 picks now, Tua has six at a time we're fair. Right. So like, what are we talking about? And then when he has a chance to win the game or come close, the 3 teams he played against, top 15 defenses, were New England,
Hmm.
Buffalo, and the Eagles. Let me give you stats, Ty. You want to hear it?
Ooh, yeah.
747 yards total, 3
Wow.
touchdowns, and 3 interceptions.
Mm.
Oh yeah, he's elite, buddy. Oh yes, he's elite. Oh,
Dang,
he's great.
700 yards in 3 games?
747 and
Yeesh.
3 touchdowns and 3 picks.
Yeah.
QBR in those games is 48 total.
Wow.
44 is the first game. So yeah, when you're playing against the Panthers, you're getting 4 touchdowns.
Looks
You're
pretty good.
playing against Denver, you scoring no points, right? I mean, when you had a chance
The
against the Eagles, I don't
Chargers.
want to hear about the damn refs. I don't want to hear about the refs. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
When you had a chance to actually tie the game, he threw a damn duck that wobbled in the air, and Darius Slay intercepted it. Right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not that good, guys. He's a one read guy. I like Tua. The sad part is he's like the good story and everything. But
Hmm.
since Jeff and everybody I know always talking about Josh Allen, all that stuff, I'm gonna call him out. He's not that good, guys. He isn't. He's talking about MVP. First off, who gives a shit about the MVP,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So,
Yeah,
like,
okay.
who cares about the MVP? I'm trying to win championships and win games. My
Yeah.
man does not show up when it means well, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he needs it means well, and it means that he has to show up to win the game.
Yeah.
Ty, Josh Allen shows up when they win it. Against the Patriots,
Hmm.
he drove down the field and got them the points.
Yeah.
Buccaneers, he showed, right? He's going.
Yeah.
And so you have a track team, you're fraud. And here's another stat that people forget about Tua. You know how much the average is for their running backs? Over 6 yards of carrying. So you're running 6 yards of carry,
Wow.
you got a track team that
Yeah.
you don't show up. Frauds,
Yeah.
frauds, frauds. All right.
Yeah. Here. I agree, man. I like, and I'm just thinking I got people in my ear too, just thinking in the back of my head, they'd be like, well, you play who's in front of you, you can't control who you play with. And that's true. But I'm sorry, it actually you have to take that into consideration before saying teams are nasty or nice. Like I know Dallas isn't great. We're not the best team in the league. It's like, all right, like who
Say,
but if you got a spade's a spade. If Dallas beat that's what Michael Parsons was saying. If Dallas goes and beats the Jets 30-10, basically destroy them, why am I not hearing about the Eagles losing to the Jets? All of a sudden, you don't want to talk about it? So call a spade a spade. That's all he's saying. Just like the Dolphins. Look, Dolphins, hey, you scored 70 points against the Broncos, more power to you. That's amazing. I'm impressed. It's one game, and it's the fucking Broncos who couldn't stop anyone. Look at freaking Chicago. Chicago couldn't score any point. Chicago scored as many points in that Broncos game as they did all year up to that point.
Sam Howell looked like he was amazing. Remember
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what he can't even get. He got one touchdown last week against the Giants. One.
They were like, "Oh, you're a Bills homer." I said they were going to be 11-6. I didn't think the Bills would be that great. So I'm in these chat rooms. I muted these chat rooms, so I can't talk to them anymore. I can't talk to people that don't understand football. So I muted the chat. I'm done talking to them. It's like you guys are I get it because you haven't won a playoff game since the 90s. I understand, right? Or when was it, 2000? I don't even remember. It was so damn long ago, 20 years ago. So you haven't won a playoff game. But you know what? I'll end it at this. Josh Allen is elite. Like he's their definition of elite is fine. But I'm talking about he's a top 3, top 4 quarterback in the NFL, right? Yeah. So if you are waiting for him to make a mistake to like get on your phone and text, you answer my question already. Because I ain't doing that shit with Tua because I know he's trash.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I already know what's going to happen, right?
Right.
I love it. Good frauds. But hey, we'll see what happens in the season. I mean, hey, both teams got shot, but at this point, put them where they need to be. All right, stop putting them at higher levels than they deserve.
Right.
Be the team that can play football first, and then we'll talk. Okay.
Right.
All right. So let's get into this week 8. All right. So, just a caveat. So Thomas and I, we always have a spotlight game of the week. And there are no buys this week, which is great. So I was like, man, every team's playing. That means we're gonna have an opportunity to have some great games. Not really the schedule. This is like we got no games we're gonna spotlight. There's games we're gonna watch, but it's not like, oh, I gotta watch this game. Sorry, so no spotlight. We'll talk about all of them, but I'm not gonna focus on any of them, right? And more than the other ones. So, all right, we'll start with we'll go right down the schedule. 1:00 games. Actually, the first game, which is the Rams are at the Cowboys, and the line right now is 7. It's in Dallas. So Dallas called off a bye. Rams coming off a loss to the Steelers, where I don't know what happened to them in the end. They got screwed, of course, on that 4th down where it was very clear. Again,
2 games.
What are the refs doing? What are refs doing? I can't.
Colts Brown that game. They're 2 games, bro.
I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Eagles. Even though I hate the Fins, but even the Fins were getting bullshit calls. Weren't getting calls. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Those refs are just This is bad. I don't understand. Like, we talked about that. Refereeing in sports in general is just not going well. They're gonna have to
in sports, like all sports.
Yeah, all sports in general, like all of them. I mean, I watch my kids play soccer, and it's crazy. It's insane. So, my thoughts on this game is I do think Dallas is going to win, but I don't think they're going to cover. I think 7 is a lot. I was kind of surprised by that. I think it started off at 5.5, and it went up to 7.
They're so hard to bet. They're so hard to bet on because they'll either blow you out or give you a heart attack. They're like,
it's gonna. I think the Rams are a good team. Like the Rams, they lost 4 games, but all their games have been close. Like, I mean, I think last week was the biggest loss of the year for them. They lost by 7, and
it's 2-1 in a row too.
And like, oh yeah, and they lost to the Eagles by like 8 or something. Yeah, but I'm going Cowboys win. And I think, I mean, the key to me is it's gonna sound crazy because I think Matthew Stafford is the quarterback. We gotta stop the run. If we stop the run against them, because the Rams are actually a running team, which people don't realize. If we can stop the run, I think that'll make be able to expose their offensive line, who's been playing better, but we've gotten a week off. Guys, our line will be healthy. I think we get our swag back. Be
Mhm.
able to win this game. What are your thoughts on this one?
I got Cowboys, and I
Okay.
got 7 is a lot because I feel
Yeah.
like it's going to be 7, like a push.
Yeah, it might
Um,
be. Yeah.
like I wish it was 6.5,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'll get the Rams. Just because with spreads in the NFL, we bet in
Yeah.
Vegas. And without going to tangent, those end of the end of the games, like the freaking look, the Bills Buccaneers, like those are like those with the bad beats.
Yep. Well, it was a good beat for me. I
Right,
actually
right.
took it was nine and a half. I was like, yeah. So I
Yeah,
took that. I was like,
yeah.
phew.
So
I'm
I'll
very
take
happy.
the Rams. I know.
But I put a lot of money, not a lot for me because I don't bet a
Yeah.
lot of money. But I put $20, which is a lot for me. I was like, I was pretty confident it was gonna be an ugly game. Thursday games are just terrible anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So next game, interesting game.
It's a pick 'em game too.
Vikings. Yep, pick 'em. Vikings at Packers, and it is a pick 'em game. The line is 0. It started off the Packers were a 1 point favorite, and now it's 1. Hey, shout out Vikings. Shout out to the Vikings being San Fran. Told my cousin who's a Vikings fan. I had a good feeling about the Vikings that week. Vikings are better than people. I said it, and I think you might now. I want to talk about it. Maybe you understand what I was saying at the beginning of the year. Vikings are a better team this year than they were last year, but they might not win as many
Yeah.
games. They're
Well, I
clearly better.
mean,
They're
yeah,
clearly
in the
better.
playoffs. Yeah,
Like their
yeah,
defense is actually good. They are can run the ball when they decide to run the ball. Stupid again. Another one of coaches like put Cam Akers in the game. Like, what are you doing? This
right,
guy
right.
again getting 6 yards of carry and you're not giving him the
And
ball.
they barely lost games. They don't. They're
Yeah.
not. They
It's a
lost
law
to
of
Kansas City.
averages. It's a law of
Yeah.
averages for them. Like they won literally every single game, close game last year. Every single one they won, which
Yeah.
is like impossible this year. They're not going
One.
to win every game, right? They won one. This was the first one that they won that was
Right.
close. So they're gonna. I mean, let's say they were like 500. Like 500, 4-4 in close games this year. They're not going to win as many games, but I think they're going to be better.
And
And this is a big game because Packers, man, Jordan Love, oof, what is going on with this dude?
I don't know. The Packers are so hard to figure out
Yeah,
because they don't know how to use Aaron Jones or AJ. And then
yeah,
now I'm hearing they might do a fire sale for players.
yeah.
Yeah, Jordan Love looks awful. I'm going Vikings. I mean, the
Mhm.
spread it's just pick them, but
Yeah,
I don't know. The Packers might not win a game for a while.
yeah.
Might be good. Might might be good for Bob, my buddy. He probably wants Caleb Williams or whoever. Derek May.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It is definitely a pick 'em game. I feel like whoever has the ball at the end is gonna win. And I can't predict that. Like I actually feel like that's how the game's gonna go.
Oh, like a last
Staying
second pick
agreement.
field goal.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a low score. I think it's like a 41 is the line, 41 and a half for the over under. I think it's like 2017 game.
Hmm.
Um
I mean, it's just Packers
I'm
are
gonna go I'm
awful.
gonna go I'm gonna go Vikings, but I don't feel the most comfortable about that one. I do think they're better. And I think it sounds crazy even though I think the Vikings have to win it because still like their outside chances at the division outside, but
Right.
we'll see. All right, Falcons are 2.5 point favorites at Tennessee. They were a 1 point underdog. So,
Oh yeah, but then that quarterback situation.
yep.
Malik Willis is not a quarter like an NFL starting quarterback.
Do you hear what they're doing? You see what
Yeah,
they're doing?
the duel.
Well, what is this? We in the,
God,
you know,
God.
we were Brighton High School or something?
It's not
You
like
know?
Taysom Hill. It's not like Taysom Hill, right? Like it's
Yeah.
like I get what Taysom Hill's like a tight end.
Yeah.
But
Like, what are we doing? So, well, we'll see. They did have a bye, so they're coming off a bye. I actually think they're going to have a good plan. I'm going to go with Tennessee.
yeah, me
I
too.
think they're going to win, actually.
Yeah,
Um,
I think they're gonna win with the spread. It's just because I like Desmond Ritter, but oof, he just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I mean, I take it back. I want Desmond Ritter to do well, but
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's I don't know.
and then
He's not
Bijan
as
is
yeah. He's not as terrible as I think we were, but he's clearly not that good. I don't know. It's weird. He's had good moments, Ritter, but I don't know. They if they had an elite quarterback, they would be good.
yeah. Oh yeah,
But again, the over under is 35, and that's about right. It's gonna be
yeah.
ugly. That again another game, not a spotlight game.
Right.
Unless you want to see a lot of Wildcat football or something. Um, all right, next game is the Saints are 2.5 point favorites at the Colts.
Yeah. So who's Derek Carr gonna blame this game they lose? I mean,
I
jeez,
know.
what's
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 up with him?
going? I don't.
Yeah,
That's uh, oof. They're so bad at home this year, bro. You know they
the
already had
Colts, yeah.
3 home games already. I mean, sorry,
For the
4 home
Colts?
games already.
The Colts, yeah.
4, yeah. So this is their 5th home. Like they literally are going to be on the road the second half of the year.
Yeah.
Now, oof.
The line started off as the Colts were 1 point favorite, and now they're 2.5 point underdog. I,
I'm going Saints.
yeah,
The
the
problem is
Saints
that
have to win. I don't know. Yeah, all right. The
yeah,
Saints.
and Gardner Minshew, he's going to throw a turnover. You just
Mhm.
don't know when he's going to do it.
S-
And they should
Also,
have won last week.
yeah, they
But
should have. They should have. The Saints, I'm not sure what's going on with not only their offense, but their defense, actually. Like, the last couple weeks, I'm like, CJ Stroud carving you up. I
mhm.
mean, I know it's Jacksonville. I mean, but the Prince carving you up a little
They
bit.
should have won that game last week.
They
I
should have
mean,
won that
what
game.
the? I mean, come on.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. But
They
again,
came back. Like they
everyone.
kick field goals again
Yeah,
against the Saints. What happened? The kicking field goals. They can't
yeah,
score in the red zone. They're like
yeah,
Seattle. They
yeah.
got to convert in the red zone.
So yeah, so you got the Saints. Uh, I I'm sick of picking the Saints, man. But I'm gonna pick them again. But I don't think they're gonna cover. How about that? They might win the game by so that means I'm hedging my bet, even though it's 2.5. I
I
don't
got
think
that.
they cover.
I got the Saints and the cover.
Yeah, so I don't trust them. Just put it
And
out there.
I would take the for some reason I think the under is good, but that's a whole different game. But
Yeah. All
oh, I
right.
can't wait for this
Ooh,
game.
Patriots at Dolphins. It's a 9 point. The Dolphins are 9 point favorites. Start off at 10, and now it's down to
Yeah,
9.
yeah.
I think it's generous. Um, I think I don't think the Patriots are going to win because I don't trust them to do that. However, I do think it's going to be a close game. I feel it's going to be like 24-20 or 27-22 or something like that. Something like weird, twenty-seven
Yeah.
twenty-three, some kind of game, and the Patriots will have a chance to like come down and win, and they're not going to be able to do it. And I know
Right.
Jalen Ramsey's coming back too, which helps them.
I mean,
Um,
we'll see how he is. I mean,
yeah,
it's yeah.
still better. Number 4, whoever that dude is.
Uh, Kadu or what Kadu?
Yeah, woo.
No,
I mean,
Eli Apple is terrible.
I
Is
know
Xavier
that's your
Howard playing? No,
that's
I don't think.
that
I don't
that's
think.
that's your two corners. I was saying you got Eli, turnstile Apple, and number 4, like, yo, these guys is like Olay. I mean,
Yeah,
AJ Green, I know he's a good player, but goodness gracious, man, I was like, these guys is
and Xavier Howard is questionable. That's a
yeah,
problem. Javon Holland's out.
yeah,
Um, who? What you know? What's interesting is that so the Patriots, a lot of people lost to the Patriots, but the Patriots changed their whole identity on both sides of the field.
mm-hmm,
Like they literally changed so Buffalo was even prepared for what they were going to run, right? Their
right,
defense didn't even seen this on tape in 2 years.
right,
So I just have a feeling I'm going to say the spread, but I'm not surprised that the Patriots win because I just feel
mm-hmm,
there's going to be more coming out that you're not prepared for. Like Matt Jones got the ball out the quickest he's ever had in his 3-year career, right?
yeah,
A sign, by the way, of teams you're noticing that. But I don't know. They're going to take Tyreek out as much as they can. Bill Belichick will do that.
yeah,
So who else is gonna step? There, that's gonna be an interesting game.
It is gonna be an interesting game.
And it's not the weather is not as hot as I thought it was gonna be.
Mhm.
Because that's their advantage, especially in freaking September. My God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Patriots as with the spread, but like I said, I won't be surprised.
You got
Uh,
Miami winning, but do you think the Patriots with the spread?
I mean, I'm gonna be pissed because I just
Yeah,
have a
no.
gut
You kind of
feeling.
have a feeling that. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's not because it beat last week. I actually watched the game. I'm like, wow, if the Patriots actually did what they did on offense in the
Hmm.
beginning of the year, we talking about a whole different ball
Oh
game.
yeah. Yeah, we said it from the
So,
beginning. The Patriots defense is the truth. Their defense is good. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
their defense is good. So
Yeah, and the reason why their defense gave up all those points against Dallas, everybody else, because their offense couldn't do anything. But yeah,
yeah.
I got Miami, but I just
Yeah.
be
It's one of those
upset.
games. It's one of those games. Yeah, I feel you. I thought about it, but I just can't
Uh,
go there.
Two games I'm gonna tell you I have a feeling about, but I'll tell you later on this other game,
Yeah.
another high spreading game. Go ahead.
Next game is the Battle of New Jersey. The New York Giants and the New York Jets. Sorry for all my New Yorkers. You love that. The Knicks, that's New York right there. That's New York.
Okay.
All right, so the Jets are at the Giants, which I don't know if that means anything. Um, Jets are Jets Jets are a 3-point favorite. Line 35.
It's so
Another,
funny. Is away and home game
yeah.
stat in this one, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's very interesting because also that sucks for the Giants. You're like, I gotta use a home game for this. Like I could have been a
I
road
know.
team. That could have been one of my road games. Like the Jets is an advantage. This is a road game for them. They're like, I get to play in my own stadium, even though to be real, there's gonna be a lot of Giants fans there, so they're not gonna
Right.
feel like it's Jets fans. Um, I think the Jets are gonna win. Um,
Okay.
but I'm talking 13-10. like like I like both like fantasy. I like both defenses in this one. I
Mm.
mean, I think this is gonna be, but I don't see the Giants being able to move the ball. I mean, Jets defense is already legit, and then the Giants offense is already shit. So it's
Yeah.
it's kind of a bad thing. I, I think it's like a field position game, field position, field position, field position. Like it's gonna be like that the whole game. I feel like the
Right.
Jets defense will be able to make enough plays to get them in position so that they can get a shorter field more times than the Giants. So I'm gonna go with the Jets. And I think it's gonna be a push, but um
I'm
yeah,
going. Yeah. Yeah. I know three is so. I
yeah,
would not bet this game.
not at all.
I like to. For some reason, I don't know why I just have a feeling the Giants are going to win, but
Hmm.
I'm going to actually go with the Giants.
Okay.
I just for some reason I just have a
Hey, Tyrod, man. You know. By the
yeah.
way,
Tyrod.
so can we real quick? I got to get this out because a lot of New York people. Look, I'm happy for Tyrod Taylor. Doing great things. What does this talk about? Tyrod should be the starting quarterback. They scored 14 and 9 points the last 2 weeks. 9 points, and now all of a sudden he's the
Right.
truth.
0-5. 0-5. If Daniel Jones was playing, they would have beat Buffalo. My
Yes,
opinion.
agreed. Like no, 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 no. I'm like, well, he's not making mistakes. I'm like, he's also not making any plays. So
right.
yeah. So I'm like, I get it,
I
right? Like,
watched him. I'm a Bills fan. So I
yeah, and
watched
I
him for
like
many
Tyrod.
years.
I like Tyrod. I'm not
Yeah.
knocking Tyrod Taylor, but there's no way the Giants are the best of their ability or
Yeah.
being at their best with Tyrod Taylor at quarterback and compared to
Yeah.
Daniel Jones. Yes, you
Yeah.
don't want Daniel Jones to
Yeah.
turn the ball over, but usually he's doing that because they're losing and he's trying to make
Right.
plays because his team are a bunch of bums. So
Right.
the games you
Maybe they should
won,
use the Tyrod.
yeah,
Maybe they should use the playbook they use for Tyrod Daniel Jones. See how that works because they're
yeah,
very limited play. All right,
yeah, yeah,
but Trent Dilfer 2.0 is not should be your starting quarterback. I like Tyrod, but he's a game manager.
yeah. No, I
So, right.
agree. All right, next game. We talked enough about that game. Next game, interesting game to me. Jags at Steelers. Jags are 2-point favorites. So the Steelers are a home dog to the Jags. Jags are going to be on
Yeah.
bye after this. This is a
Yeah, and the Jags haven't lost an away game. God, you know how long? Like God knows how. They haven't lost a away game since like week 14 last year or something like
mm,
that.
it's
The
interesting.
three and like they can't win at home, but they can win on a road. It's so weird.
Right.
Uh, I got the Steel. I got the Steelers.
Hmm.
Mike Tomlin, right? He just, my opinion, this is a get right game for Kenny Pickett, right? That's just my opinion. Like he has to play. Like this is just me. That's a get right game, but
I actually agree with you. I'm like Mike Tomlin, a home dog. This is like it's actually two,
right.
and it was a 1 point thing. Now it's 2 point. I kind of think I like
Right.
the Jags in this. I mean, not Jag, I mean the Steelers. I kind of have a feeling, like you said, their offense has been so bad, but they turn it on when they need to. I kind of think they actually turn it on for most of this game today. This week. I kind of think they're gonna
I'm just
cover.
like,
Of course, they're
yeah,
gonna cover their underdogs. I'm actually very tempted to take them in the money line. It's like not
right.
that much, but like I think they're gonna win the game. So actually,
Yeah,
now that we talk about it, I'm gonna circle it so I can make sure when I get off this
early if they
call.
win this game early, early. Coach of the year Mike Tomlin needs it. I mean that
Yeah.
team is
Well,
their
that
offense
defense,
is.
yeah, they have talent. It's just freaking. I don't know what's going on with again play calling. All right, next game. Always interesting when these two teams match up. Eagles at
Yeah.
Commanders.
I'm
Eagles
telling
are
you right now,
7 point favorites.
I'm taking Commanders on points.
Yeah,
I think actually the Commanders might win this game. so, but there's a weakness with the Eagles. The problem is that is Airbnb going to see it, right? The
yeah,
Eagles secondary is not really good. Again, to a
mm.
Froster should have done
Yeah,
their secondary is not really good,
no,
especially their safeties. I mean, that's why they traded for
yeah,
Bird.
yeah,
Blankenship, nice guy, but come on, 5'9", he's not really athletic, but if they can get the ball out quickly and go over the middle, you can win. And that's Terry. They got speed, man. They got to use it right. The problem is the Airbnb is Sam Howell going to make those chances, right? So unlike Tua, Sam Howell will maybe try to thread the needle, but the Eagles, you could see the Eagles will give up the ball over the middle. You know what I mean? Like where the
yeah,
safeties are supposed to play,
yeah.
right? And their linebackers, okay, but oh my God, I really want to take the Commanders so bad on this game. But
Yeah.
while I'm thinking through this, what's your thoughts? I'm taking the Commanders with points, but
Um. So I think they play each other twice every year. This is what the division is. The last game was a game the Commanders were supposed to win. They should have won that game. They didn't. Eagles ain't
okay.
going, and I don't love the Eagles. And I almost thought about them as being my fraud, but I can't because they're clearly winning games. They're not frauds. They're gonna win this game, the Eagles. Like I know my
By
division
the
well.
points?
Yep, they are, and
Okay.
it's because they know what's coming now. Like you can sneak up on them one day, like all right, whatever, division game, boo. They're gonna come in and they'll be like, all right, we remember the last game. We ain't playing. Like that high scoring, all those points that the Commanders scored last time, they're not gonna score. Like the Commanders. I'll be
Yeah.
surprised if they score more than 17 points in this game. So
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm gonna see it being because it always happens. It always happens. Division games always is like that. It's like
Yeah.
one like really low scoring game, and then the next one's like a really high scoring game, or really high scoring. The next one's low scoring. That game was what 38-31. This
Mhm.
game's not gonna be that. They're not gonna score 31 points. So the question will be, will the Commanders defense play well? Which I actually think they will, but I see Sam Howell. He's hitting that wall. Turnovers. Eagles win 27-17. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So,
Well, I'm gonna.
so you
I'm
say
going back and
Eagles?
forth. I'm gonna go Eagle, but I just.
No cover. Okay.
Uh,
I know it's a tough one. You should though, man. I mean, hey, it's your call.
it just my problem is the Eagles have a weakness. Like you just gotta. And the Dolphins, if they actually exploited that, they could have won the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Man,
but
the
again, the
Commanders
problem is
offense.
that,
Oof. You see
huh?
that last week? Do you see Commanders offense
Yeah,
last
that.
week?
Oh, I know, because that's Sam Howell who lost me literally a fantasy because I had a bye week with my damn
Uh,
player
uh,
quarterback, but that's besides the point. But but give me the Eagles.
all right.
The
But
next
no.
game, don't waste our time on that
Yeah, I
one.
know.
But go ahead.
Texans battle for the top two picks. Texans at Panthers. Texans are 3.5 point favorite. I'm going Panthers. Panthers
Yeah, me
can't
too.
go
They're
0 and
due
Panthers can't go 0 and whatever. Doesn't mean they're great. There's no
7.
science behind it. Panthers actually play well at home. If you look at that, by the way, they getting destroyed on the road. They have not got destroyed at home. They've every single
Miami, they
game's
play.
been close.
Yeah,
Miami was in
they
Miami.
even scored. No. They scored points on Miami. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
they kept up. They could score points. Texans, yeah, I'm going. If the Panthers lose this game and they give the first round pick, I think it's just going to spiral. And then the Bears, you got a lot of questions you're going to ask. But go,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah. So
I won't pick the
I'm going
Panthers to
Pan. I don't
win.
want to waste time.
Yeah,
I'm going Panthers.
yeah. I won't pick the Panthers the rest of the year if they don't win. Just joking. We'll see. All
Yeah.
right. All right. So that was all the 1 o'clock games. So now we're to 4 o'clock games. We got the Browns minus Deshaun Watson, which we would need a whole lot of time to talk about that. I'm not sure what's going
Oh,
on.
well, don't
And
worry.
poor
When he
mismatch.
is going to get exploited. Hey, what did I say in the beginning of the year about
Yeah,
Deshaun Watson? But
you
go
did.
ahead. But go
Hey,
ahead.
they need to invest in a massage parlor at the at
That's
the
why his
Cleveland
shoulder hurt.
facility.
He ain't getting enough of it. His
Sorry,
shoulder's
sorry.
hurting because
Hey, we assholes. I'm just calling it out. I'm just saying. I mean,
right.
massage Deshaun was doing all right, but no.
Right.
Um, this is an interesting game. So Seattle's a 3.5 point favorite. It started off at 1.5. Um,
And
I'm
they
picking
can't
the
score in the red zone against good.
yeah. I'm definitely picking the Browns with the spread. I don't I don't understand why the line jumped that much. PJ Walker's been doing pretty decent. The weakness of the Seahawks is what on defense? Stopping the run. And
Right,
what does
yeah.
Cleveland do well? Run the ball.
Run the ball.
Um,
I hate this game.
I do hate this
Yeah.
game. Like I kind of want to pick the Browns. You know what? I'm picking the Browns. I'm picking the Browns.
I'm big against Seattle. Uh, and I'm picking Seattle. And the spread was that again?
Three
Three
and a
and a half.
half. 3.5.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win by like 4. I'm sorry, 4, like 24-20, or
Okay.
21-17. I'm sorry, 21-17.
All right.
I just
Yeah. Yeah, here it
here's
is. Here's
can't
the
wait to
game.
talk about this game. So can I start off with this game?
Yeah, go ahead.
This
You start
is
this game.
this the Bronx is going to be the Chiefs at KC at Denver,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even though the game was close, was it really close last time? I mean, they
Yeah.
never even had a chance to take the lead at all during the game,
No.
right?
Right.
Here's something interesting. I know Nick Wright, the homer of Chiefs fans. You guys know him from first game. First
Mm-hmm.
things first, always talks about Russell is going to get benched soon, because if he gets hurt, he's 40 million guaranteed. I don't think they necessarily care about this, but this is more for Sean Payton. If they go 2-6, right? So they go 3-5, you're able to go. But if they go 2-6 and they haven't won a meaningful game, it is going to cause a lot of tension in that in that front office with Sean Payton,
Mm-hmm.
because they gave all those draft picks and Russ. And so this is almost like this is like they're not going to turn their season around because they're not making the playoffs. They're awful, but they need a couple of wins on the resume. They
Mm-hmm.
haven't beaten KC since Peyton Manning was there. Okay, so they haven't beaten KC since Peyton was playing quarterback. Right? They've
Mm-hmm.
played him like what, 8 years? I don't even know what the hell the stat was. So they got to win. I'm not going to call. I'm going to take the Denver with the points, but
Yeah.
I'm going to take Denver. I'm actually going to take Denver as upset. This is my upset
Wow.
alert as they so because it's and they're going to the bye next week. If
Yeah.
Denver loses this game and they get spanked against KC, this is a game that, like, you win, you get a locker room going, you're in a bye, you lose, it's that locker room's over. It's over for that franchise,
Yeah.
right? They have no. Oh,
I agree.
my
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you talking about with the locker room thing, but I'm here for the chaos. I'm here for it because it's about to go down because they're not winning. But I don't think they're gonna cover though. I think it's one of those. I do think it's a high scoring game though. It went from 44 and a half to 46. I still think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be high scoring, like 33-28 KC. But KC's gonna win. And here's why they're gonna win. They don't lose to Denver. They just don't. I don't care who the quarterback
That's,
is, who the things like they don't lose.
that's,
I mean,
since Manning,
yeah, they
since
don't
Peyton.
lose. So
That's
they ain't
why
losing this
I
game.
want
They're just not gonna lose. It's just not gonna happen.
that's gonna be my upset. I might lose it, but I just want to take a swing.
Yeah. So
Somebody's gonna get upset this week. It's
oh
gonna be
yeah,
Miami
I'm
there's
gonna
gonna
tell
be
you
an
who it is.
upset.
I'm gonna tell you
What?
this next game.
Oh, the Niners.
Nope. There's a next game
Oh, I'm sorry,
is
the Ravens. Oh, my bad.
yep.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so so
Okay.
that's where we're going next game. And so I'm not saying that one is not gonna happen, but this is where I think I'm not sure if how confident I am to pick it. But if you start looking at the media record, every team that has a big win, and they say is this team the best team in the league, they lose the next week. Every single
It
it's happened
literally
every single week.
Buffalo,
Dallas got their
Miami,
ass. Dallas was
Dallas,
so good they got spanked.
San
San
Fran,
Fran spanked them, they lose.
KC in the first game.
Yep, KC, right, best team, they lose. Detroit, oh, they won, they lose. Miami, they're the next team, they lose. Every team. Now all of a sudden the Ravens the best team in the AFC. I've seen Ravens are a good team. I picked them to win the division before the season. Thought they
Yeah.
would do that. Um, so I think this is a trap game if there ever was one. Bye. Cardinals come off a bye. I know they it's a but they're NFC teams, and I kind of feel like you got, Kyler Murray doing a scout team for you for Lamar.
Marquise Brown revenge
Yeah,
game.
Marquise Brown revenge game. You got to fly across the country. Um,
And the Cardinals been pretty competitive.
they have been. I I'm so close to picking it. I definitely put it like this.
Oh, well, you're picking the spread though, right? You're gonna
I'm
pick the spread.
definitely taking
Yeah, me
the
too. Me
the
too. Nine
the,
and a half
the nine and a
is
half is a
ooh,
lot. Yeah. I
yeah.
don't see that. But I do trust the reason why I think the Ravens will probably end eventually pull off is because they have the secret weapon. It's Justin Tucker. This sounds crazy. I was gonna see you think Lamar
Right.
Jackson. It's Justin Tucker because this guy gets them points anytime. They'll struggle. They'll be like, man, we got stopped at the 45-yard line. Time to punt. Nope, we got Justin Tucker, 62-yard field goal. Like that's and it's in a dome. Like those little things will probably be the difference, and they'll win
Yeah.
like 22-20. Watch. That's gonna be the score. They're not gonna score a ton of touchdowns, 22-20. The Ravens will probably
Yeah.
figure out a way. But I'm very close to picking it.
Right.
Very close to picking it.
I'm taking the spread and the Ravens, but real quick, I like Lamar, but what's up with his MVP talk before the London game? I mean, before the Lions game,
Hmm.
my man literally had three passing touchdowns in 4 games and 2 picks. But anyways, but I got the Ravens, and then the next
Okay.
game
Yep.
is what that's an interesting game. But
Yeah,
I'm
it's the
taking a
Bengals.
nine. I'm taking a Niners
Yeah.
Bengals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the Niners, and I'm telling you right now, get ready for what I said about Brock Purdy. Sam Darnold's going to have a good game. I think he's going to have a good game, and a lot of people are going to see.
Purdy's starting.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, I got the notification right before here. Right before we came on
Oh,
that day.
okay.
He
Well,
cleared and he's gonna start. Yeah.
I just don't see them losing. So I got the
Yeah.
Niners anyways.
Yeah.
If the Niners lose 3 games in a row, I mean, whew,
Yeah, I got the Niners
uh,
winning this game too. But yeah, I think the Niners will win. They were almost on my fraud list, by the way, but we talked about that. It won't do that. All right, couple quick games. These 2 games. Talk about the worst like night games that you could be. The Bears at the Chargers is the Sunday night game. I'm like, phew, good. I got a basketball game. I ain't watching it anyway. Who wants to
yeah,
watch this game? 8.5 point favorite. The Chargers are over the Bears. Um, I don't know. I'm Chargers are gonna win, but
Yeah, I got Chargers winning, and then I also got them a spread. I think they're
yeah, I think so too.
it's
Actually,
gonna blow them up.
I do actually think that. Oh, do you think the Niners are gonna cover the 5.5? Didn't
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. I got
Okay,
that.
yeah, yeah, I think so too. Actually, um, and
And
then Raiders at Lions.
yeah, I got Lions,
Yeah, they're
and
8-point favorite.
yeah, I think the Lions. I got Lions and the spread. I think the Lions are gonna come and say, blow them out because they got spanked so bad, and then
Yeah, I got Lions. I don't have them covering. I
okay.
think Jimmy G's coming back, which will help them. The Raiders defense is better than people think.
Yeah, the Raiders are 3 and
Um,
4. Shit.
yeah, they're doing pretty decent. All right, so that is week 8, and a recap, and is it for our episode for this week. So we will try to make sure next week we get on. It's gonna be tough because I know we all got stuff going on, but we try to do this stuff for you guys. We enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Enjoy football. We got an NBA preview coming on. You see, I got my Knicks stuff. New York stand up. New York stand up. Rockets, not so much, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's just 2 games in. So we're gonna do it. We'll figure out how to do a NBA preview. Amazing games thus far. So enjoy the NBA. But have a good week, and we will holler at you guys soon.
All right, take care, guys. Have a good weekend.
All right, bye.